My name is Taro Yamada. So I'm Japanese. Then now I lived in Berlin. Then um, excuse me. I worked as a graphic designer, but a freelancer. Then recently, um, I get some knowledge to. Some idea comes up my mind. I think it's very useful idea. I hope so. Then today, so I would like to share this my idea. This idea is very simple. So how to keep motivate your so how to motivate yourself. So I think it's a very important program and important things because usually everybody looking for how to motivate ourselves, how to motivate myself, but it's hard. For example, everyone says so. First, if you have some purpose, you can motivate it every day. But I think it's a little bit hard because even if you have a purpose, for example, if you want to become a big singer, some people can can keep motivated so a long time, but other people it's hard. Then today, so I wanna tell you how to keep motivated yourself. The first very important things, please bring your paper. A piece of paper is okay. Then first, in the paper's top, please write down what you would what you want to become in the future. For example, this is it's okay to it's okay to it's not unclear. For example, you just write it down the famous. I wanna become a famous person. It's totally fine. The next, um, then now you write down the top. I wanna become famous person. Then bottom. Now you write down um, your situation. For example, um, if you work in the chemical company as a scientist, just write down scientist. And if you work as a secretary, just write down secretary. Yeah. Then next thing, so how do you become a you have to think about how do you become a famous person. So in the world there are many famous person. For example, very famous president like Donald Trump, and a very famous athlete and also very famous scientist. Yeah, but for you, what kind of famous? So next step, it's easy. Just imagine what kind of famous you want to become. So please make the final you what you want to become in the final. Okay, in this case, just thinking about you want to become a scientist. Yeah. Then you just in the top, please write down as a subtitle, I want to become a scientist. Okay, the next step, you just thinking, um, how to become a scientist? If you don't know how to become a scientist, you just check the internet or you ask the scientist. For example, um, if you don't have any connection to the scientist, you just looking for the many scientists, then just send them email. They very important things. In the world, there are many scientists. Then maybe for you, you little bit hesitate to send a message because I know even if you ask some scientist how to become a scientist, Maybe somebody don't reply, but in the world, there are many, maybe more than 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 scientists. You just send an email to the 1,000 people. Maybe if you send an email 1,000 people, maybe 100 message you can get it. I think so. Then now you know how to become a scientist. Then maybe also you need to look in research. For example, you just read some scientist book. Then maybe you can find some history book. For example, if you read a Nobel, and also Einstein, and also in Japan, very famous is Hideki Yukawa. Yeah, you just research their history book, then maybe you know how do they become a scientist. Then first you write down the famous person as a scientist. Then now you just make the arrow. Yeah, you make just arrow. Then in the top of the arrow you write down, for example, so I wanna say, sorry, I'm not good at English. So I wanna say, for me, it's not, for example, if we wanna become a scientist, first I'm thinking, okay, maybe I need to study the science, physics, chemistry, mathematics so much. Then okay, I study the next step. Okay, I need to go to the university. Yes, next step, I have to go to the master student. Yes, next step, I have to go to the doctor student. And next step, I have to write down the many doctor paper. The next step. Maybe some people can keep motivated like that if they do like this, but for me, I can't um, keep motivated. Like if I do this step, then for me, maybe no, maybe probably I do. First, I'm thinking about the scientist. Then you just do the reverse process. For example, scientist become scientist. Then think, for example, okay, in this example, let's thinking about Einstein. Einstein become famous scientist. Why? Because he get he get the Nobel Prize, and also he thinking about I don't know how to say English, but see, he think he discovered a very famous theory, the Einstein theory. Yeah. Then okay, then you just thinking of very little. Why he can get a Nobel Prize? Then reverse process, because he applied a paper. Then also, yeah, they thinking about that. Then why his paper become a very famous? Because people never thinking about it. But on the other hand, maybe he applied some paper to the maybe nature or science. I don't know. But maybe he applied the paper to some company. That's why so he can apply his theory is published some document. Then somebody read this document. Then they know. Then maybe the next process, maybe he went to the he went to the so okay, sorry. Um okay, for me, okay, I wanna say very big things. Um, okay, next time, I try to explain more and more clear, but this time it's very hard. Okay, but for me, I wanna say, don't thinking about from the start to end. Please thinking about from end to start. Yes, that is what I wanna say. Yeah. Please don't don't think from the start to end. Please think end to start. If you think like that, maybe you know the process. Oh, how to become a famous person. Then next step, please, please, please. When you see start process, the start process. Maybe first, maybe you write down. Oh, maybe I have to study the mathematics, physics, chemistry, but it's not detail. It's not clear. You have to think about very, very clear. For example, what kind of mathematics you have to study? What kind of physics you have to study? Strong or nature or universe or speed, moment? Yeah, what kind of physics you have to do you have to study? Just thinking about that. Then you write down the very detail. First, maybe I have to memorize this physics word. Then next step, I have to memorize um, this calculation. The next step, I have to finish this some textbook. Then you know your purpose, very very close purpose. Yeah. So then after finish, then maybe anytime you have to see this paper. After finish, make this map. Anytime you have to see. Then after finish your purpose, you just mark, for example, green pen, red pen. Then maybe you know your process. So, okay, very very important things to keep motivate yourself. You know your process. For example, if you go to the gym, if you working very hard, so if you exercise very hard, after that you get the good muscle, then you satisfy. Oh, I get that good muscle. That's why I keep motivating myself. But even if you exercise so hard, if you can't get any muscle, what do you think of? Maybe you can't keep motivating yourself. That's why that is what I want to say that. Please write down your process. Please write down how to go there, how to become a famous person. Please write down the process. Then please, so I mean the process map. Then after that, delete your process map. Then maybe you know that. Okay. Anyway, okay, I promise. Next movie, I make the more detail, more very clearly, and also practice my English. Then maybe I can tell you. Um, if you catch it, please write down the good sentence for me. I also tried. Anyway, thank you for listening to my voice idea. So hopefully, everyone understand. Everyone know what I mean. Thank you very much. Have a good one.